Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to have you here today because the story we're diving into is one that's been circulating for quite a while in the world of Turkish entertainment. It's about two of the industry's most captivating stars, Bahar Ardu and Ellen Songu, and the truth behind the headlines that just don't seem to go away. You may know them as the unforgettable duo from Kirak Ak, where their chemistry on screen created not just ratings success, but a kind of magic that stayed in the hearts of fans long after the show ended. From their very first scene together, there was something undeniably special, the kind of connection that made viewers wonder, is it just acting, or is there something more? That question has followed them for years. In fan forums, across social media, and even during interviews, speculation has never truly gone away. The belief that maybe, just maybe, their connection is more than just professional still lingers. However, reliable sources close to both celebrities have confirmed that the speculation is, in fact, unfounded. According to those close to them, Bahar and Ellen are not romantically involved. They've never been in a relationship, despite what the internet may want to believe. They are friends, colleagues, co-stars who understand each other's rhythm, respect each other's space, and work extremely well together. Still, it's understandable why fans want to believe there's more. When two people share such believable dynamics, it's easy to project emotions onto them. It's human nature to root for love, especially when the love story plays out so beautifully on screen. But sometimes what we're seeing is just two talented actors doing their job really, really well. And that's exactly what Bahar and Ellen have done. They've given us stories that made us laugh, cry, believe, and hope. They've made their characters come alive in ways that felt personal. And they've shown us that you don't have to be romantically involved in real life to create something unforgettable together. Behind the scenes, they've kept their lives remarkably private. Both have been careful about what they share and how they navigate public attention. And maybe that's part of what makes the rumors so persistent. The silence can sometimes be misread as secrecy. But in truth, it may just be professionalism. Both Bahar and Ellen have expressed in various interviews that they value their personal space and privacy. They've spoken about the challenges of being in the public eye, and how easy it is for people to blur the lines between fiction and reality. Ellen once mentioned that just because you play a role well doesn't mean you're living that story behind the scenes. And Bahar has echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing the importance of boundaries. But maybe the most fascinating part of all this isn't what's been said, it's what hasn't. Because even though both actors have made it clear, time and again, that there's nothing romantic happening between them, the public still clings to the idea of them together, somewhere, somehow. And that says something deeper about how we view relationships, especially celebrity ones. We want stories that fit the mold. We want characters to bleed into real life. We want the fairy tale to continue beyond the closing credits. And when it doesn't, we struggle to accept it. We rewrite it in our minds. We chase it with rumors. We keep the illusion alive. But in doing so, we sometimes miss the real magic, the one that already exists. The undeniable respect Bahar and Ellen have for one another. The way they support each other's careers without overshadowing them. The fact that they can be close without needing to define it in romantic terms. That kind of connection is rare, and it deserves to be seen for what it is. Behind the glitz, behind the fan edits and speculative headlines, are two people who came into each other's lives through work and stayed there out of choice. Not because the world demanded it, not because they had to pretend, but because they built a working relationship on trust and communication, and they've protected that bond, not by constantly talking about it, but by letting it speak for itself. In a way, that silence has become its own kind of message, a way of saying, we don't need to prove anything. What we have is enough. For Ellen, it's about holding on to her identity. She's an actress, not a character. She's someone who's worked hard to define herself outside the roles she plays. And while she values the work she's done with Bahar, she also knows the importance of boundaries, of keeping what's personal. And for Bahar, it's the same. He's never been someone who chases attention. He keeps his private life out of the spotlight, choosing instead to focus on his craft, his growth, and the roles that challenge him. And when it comes to Ellen, he's always spoken with admiration, but never in a way that fuels rumors, just in a way that shows appreciation. That balance between closeness and space, between professional respect and personal privacy, is something not many can pull off. But they have, and yet, the myth persists. Maybe it's because we're wired to hope. Maybe it's because we want to believe that chemistry like theirs can't be just acting. Or maybe it's because deep down, we see something in them that reflects our own desires for connection, for something lasting, for a kind of partnership that feels both effortless and electric. But at the end of the day, we owe it to them and to ourselves to stop looking for a love story that doesn't exist and start appreciating the story that does. A story of two professionals who've created unforgettable moments together, who've built careers side by side without becoming dependent on each other, who've shared laughter, shared scenes, shared success, and who've done it all while staying grounded. They don't owe us romance. What they've already given us is enough. So next time you see a photo of them together, or an old clip from a beloved series, instead of asking, "Are they dating?" ask something else. Ask, how did they make that moment feel so real? Ask, what does it take to build trust like that between two people? Ask, how can we support our favorite artists without projecting our fantasies onto them? Because that's where the real story is. In the talent, in the trust, in the quiet strength of a partnership that's rooted in authenticity, not headlines. And that story, it's already worth celebrating. Thank you so much for watching. If this story gave you something to think about, or if you just enjoy content that looks beyond the rumors, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to go even further in supporting this kind of work, don't forget to click the join button down below. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay kind, and remember, not every connection is about romance. Some are even stronger than that. See you in the next video.